My name is Elowen Vance, and I am 104 years old. Most of the people who spent their lives telling me how to stay alive are currently 6 feet under. Today, I see you all drowning in a sea of electrolyte waters, zero sugar toxins, and green juices that taste like lawn clippings, all while looking more exhausted than I do after a century of living. You've been told that hydration is a science. I'm here to tell you it's a business. I haven't changed my drink menu since 1961. While the world traded its health for neon-colored bottles and plastic-flavored tea, I stayed loyal to my 4 pillars. Let me tell you about Dr. Alistair Finch. In 1978, he looked at my blood work and told me that my habit of drinking black coffee and raw milk would explode my heart before I saw my 65th birthday. He spoke with the arrogance of a man who owned a stethoscope but didn't understand the soul. Well, Dr. Finch has been a permanent resident of Oak Hill Cemetery, Plot 209, for nearly 40 years. He stopped breathing at 68. Meanwhile, at 104, I'm still here. My mind is sharp as a librarian's needle, and I'm just getting started. I didn't survive a century by following experts who change their minds every decade. I survived by keeping it simple. Let's talk about the 4 liquids that kept my engine running while everyone else is stalled. I established my foundation in 1961. While the world began trading its health for convenience, I chose a different path. These aren't just drinks, they are my fortress. First, pure filtered water. I don't buy those plastic bottles that have been sitting in a hot warehouse for months. Good heavens, you're drinking melted plastic and calling it pure. I use a simple ceramic filter. Water is a solvent meant to clean your cells, not a chemistry project filled with artificial electrolytes and fake fruit flavors. Next is black coffee. No sugar, no chemical creamers, and certainly no pumpkin spice nonsense. Bless his heart. Doctor. Finch used to say it would make my heart explode. I told him, Alistair, my heart needs to beat fast enough to know I'm still alive. Then comes raw milk. I've watched the experts demonize it for decades. They've cooked the life out of supermarket milk until it's nothing but a dead white liquid. I want the enzymes, the strength. They say it's dangerous. Yet here I am at 104 while their safe pasteurized world is sicker than ever. Finally, hand-picked herbal tea. Every evening, I steep peppermint or chamomile from my own garden. None of those tea bags filled with, for Pete's sake, microplastics. It is my way of whispering to my nervous system that the day is done. People often ask me if I get bored drinking the same 4 things for over 60 years. I tell them that boredom is a luxury for those who haven't discovered the exhaustion of choice. In my library, I saw thousands of books offering 10,000 different ways to live, yet most readers died confused, clutching a diet soda and a heart full of anxiety. The modern world is drowning in a circus of options, wasting precious mental energy on menus while their bodies wither. I chose freedom instead. By automating my fuel, I liberated my mind for things that actually matter. My friend Thaddeus Whitaker, who lived to 101, understood this perfectly. For half a century, Thaddeus drank nothing but filtered water and his own pressed apple juice. Everyone called him stubborn, but while they were frantically counting calories and chasing the latest miracle drink, Thaddeus was busy carving wood and breathing clean air. He outlived the doubters because he stopped chasing more and started embracing enough. I don't waste my neurons deciding what to swallow. I save them for poetry, for my garden, and for the people who still remain. But listen closely, for I must tell you something that your health apps and blood tests will never catch. The liquid you swallow is only half the story. You could mirror my 4 pillars exactly, drinking the purest filtered water and the freshest raw milk. But if your spirit is rotten with malice, your body will still wither. I watched it happen to Arthur Miller. Arthur was a meticulous accountant who lived just 3 houses down from me in the 80s. He managed his hydration like a ledger, drinking expensive alkaline water and green elixirs with clinical precision. Yet, he was gone at 64. Cancer was the method, but it wasn't the cause. You want to know what truly killed Arthur? Bitterness. He spent 30 years carrying a grudge over a failed business deal from 1970 like a backpack full of jagged stones. He woke up angry at his former partners and went to bed rehearsing old arguments. That hate turned his blood into acid long before his cells turned malignant. Your body can process the caffeine in my coffee. It can handle the richness of my cream. But Lord have mercy, it cannot process a heart full of venom. In my century of observation, I've seen that hate is a poison you drink while hoping your enemy dies. If you want to see 104, you must realize that a clean glass cannot save a dirty soul. If bitterness is the poison, then purpose is the antidote. I wake up at dawn not because my alarm rings, but because I have a garden to tend and a legacy to protect. Just last week, I sat on my porch and guided young Julian as he repaired my cedar fence. He has the muscle of a 45-year-old, but he lacks the instinct for the grain that only a century of watching trees grow can provide. Having a reason to be useful, that is the true heartbeat of longevity. You also need real people, not digital shadows. Every Tuesday, I hear the high-pitched wonder of my great-granddaughter Alara through the telephone. That connection is a bridge back to the world. But the strongest bridge of all is forgiveness. I spent decades carrying a silent war against my father's strictness until I realized that my anger didn't hurt him. It only burdened me. When I let it go, I felt lighter than a dandelion seed. Finally, you must learn to laugh, even when the floor beneath you collapses. When I buried my James after 70 years of marriage, I sat in my kitchen feeling like a ghost. But then I remembered his crooked smile and a joke he once told about us. I laughed through the tears until the laughter won. That is how you survive. You drink your water. You love your people, and you find the comedy in the tragedy. I don't have much time left. It could be a year, or it could be tomorrow. So, Let me tell you this straight. Most of you are wasting your lives because you are waiting. You're waiting for someday. Let me tell you about someday. It is a graveyard. I had a dear friend, Edith Vance. We worked in the archives together in the 50s. Edith spent 35 years saving every penny, waiting for retirement to finally travel and see the world. 5 more years, she'd say, then I'll start living. Edith died at 62. Her suitcase remained in the attic, dusty and unopened. She spent a lifetime waiting for a door that never opened. Don't be Edith, and for heaven's sake, don't be like me with my sister, Florence. It has been 40 years since our last argument, and 40 years of wishing I had retracted my bitter words before she collapsed from that aneurysm. I thought there would be more time. There wasn't. I stick to my 4 drinks because they give me the clarity to be present. Simplicity is the key to freedom. Stop optimizing and start existing. Forgive the debt. Kiss the person you love. And stop waiting for the perfect moment. There's no someday. There's only now. Now. Go drink a tall glass of water and call your mama. This is Elowen Vance Sterling, 104 years old, still here and still kicking. If these old pages of mine have given you a reason to live today, subscribe to our Library of Wisdom. Leave a comment below. Tell me, what's the one thing you're tired of waiting for? Like and share this, because someone out there is still waiting for someday, and they need to wake up.